All right, thanks for staying with us. And we are doing an unscripted factor tonight because we have a Republican gala going on at this very second in Midtown Manhattan. We're waiting Donald Trump. And when he comes out to speak, we'll take his speech. Now, we have a new poll from the Washington Post, ABC News, on unfavorables. Let's start with Mr. Trump first. But before that, I want to bring in Bernie Goldberg because he's going to help us analyze. Bernie's down in Miami, out of the line of fire. All right, Bernie. First question about Trump is among women, all right? And 24% favorable among the ladies, 75% unfavorable. So that's hold firm. But now that Trump is friends with Megyn Kelly again, I think seeing it, it's got to go way down, right?
You know, let me say one thing before I get to the poll. Donald Trump wants to build a wall. I think he should build a wall to keep Jesse Waters out of this country. But I could be
cheap shot, Goldberg. Come on, man. He's out there with the folks. Come on.
That may be a cheap shot. No, I'm willing to acknowledge that may be a cheap shot. Look, I've said to you before, Bill, that this will not end well for the Republicans. If those numbers hold up, the ones you just mentioned is just one of them, an unfavorable that's off the charts. It can't end well for the Republican Party. It just can't.
If this holds, you're absolutely right. But here's a more startling number, and I don't understand this number. African Americans favorable for Trump, 7%. Unfavorable, 91%. What did Donald Trump ever do to African Americans? I'm not getting this. Is far and away the biggest repudiation of any political candidate.
You know what? That's a fair question because he certainly hasn't done anything specific. You could make the case that he made comments about Mexicans that Mexicans, Latin Americans don't like, or
Muslims,
Latinos in this country don't like. You might make that case.
Right.
But he hasn't done anything, to my knowledge, that would offend so many black people. But I think it's the persona. Hillary Clinton is very popular among black voters, very popular. She panders to the black electorate a lot, and understandably, they like her. So if she is the opponent of a Donald Trump, you could see how they might say, we like Hillary, therefore we don't like Trump. But there's no rational reason.
I don't understand what
you're
that is.
You're onto something there.
Our African-American viewers, if you will write me and let me know, I mean, I'll do it tomorrow. We'll do a segment on it. All right, among Hispanics, 15% favorable for Trump, 81% unfavorable. So that, runs the table, women, blacks, and Hispanics. That's not a surprise. Let me get out the Ted Cruz numbers. Women, 37% favorable, 53% unfavorable. Among African Americans, 34% favorable for Cruz. That's not a bad number. Unfavorable, 51%. Hispanics, even though Senator Cruz is Hispanic, favorable 32%, unfavorable 46%. Hispanics really don't know him very much. That's what that number says. But African Americans like Cruz a lot more than they like Trump. Again, why?
Well, they like him a lot more than they like Trump, but I mean, they probably like David Duke a little more than they like Trump.
But there's no rationale for either the favorable for Cruz among African Americans or the unfavorable for Trump. I don't understand the number.
Well, one of the problems is, and hear me out on this, is that you're looking at this rationally. And that may not be the right way to look at anything during this political season. There's not a lot that's been rational, and these poll numbers may reflect that.
But usually there's a thread of emotion and a thread of linear thinking through this. Here, the two things that I said this to Ms. Dana, we're going to take a break. I don't know who that guy is. I thought it was Rich Little in the beginning, but it isn't. He's just, I guess, introducing Trump. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a break. We're going to come back. Everybody's holding where we are. And when Donald Trump comes out, we'll go right